Hello and welcome to the interview, Dr. Lo. First, we'd like to thank you for agreeing to our interview for Ethics and Moral Group Assignment. My name is Ryan, and
And
I'm
my
here
name
with
is Eugene.
Eugene. And we would like to ask you some questions regarding work ethics in your workplace. Well, before we start, Dr. Lo, could you please introduce yourself and tell us more about your background and scope of your work?
Okay, thanks Ryan and thanks Eugene. Okay, my name is Lo Kilam. I'm from Penang and I'm a physics graduate. Okay, so I graduated as a PhD in applied physics in USM. So the first job that I secure is actually after I graduate is a lecturer in district college. So which is from 2011 to 2016. I've been assigned to teach physics for A levels and SACE program. So later on, I moved on to KDU as a program leader and as well as the acting head of Center of Pre-Unit Study for about 8 months from 2016 of May to 2016 of December. So in during that period, I was being assigned to take out a lot of managing work. So I've been managing the whole department as well. Yeah. So I have to report to the VC and DVC as well. So then later, after about 8 months, so I was become just a lecturer, and I've been assigned to teach physics in A level, and also foundation in science for physics, and several max as well, and also semiconductor as well. So until 2011. So this year, early of this year, I secured a job called coordinator for foundation studies in RCSI and UCD Malaysia campus, or we known as RUMC. Okay, so in these positions, I was assigned to become the so-called coordinator to monitor, to oversee the whole department, which is including three programs: Foundation in Science program, Foundation Year program, and as well as the MPU subject for the degree. So and then for personally, I also have to be to teach the several subjects in which including mathematics, IT, and also some of the ethics subject as well. So basically, this is my journey of my career and up to today. So I have to report to the dean and the CEO as well for this position. Yeah, thank you
Okay.
very much.
Dr. Low, in your opinion, how did you define work ethics as an educator and the importance of having them?
Oh, ethics is actually very very important. As I said before, I was already involved in teaching some of the ethics subject for the MPU. So actually, the ethics that we are defined in the degree is actually for health science, but for education, it's actually as important as health science as well because it's actually a crucial set of guidelines, behavioral guidelines that are required in the workplace. If without the work ethics here, I can tell you that our lecturers will be get in a lot of troubles, and then there is no integrity between the students and lecturer, and the lecturer can just do whatever they want. So it's actually important for us not to cross the borderline. So this is a very very important set of behavioral guidelines that we as a lecturer should have. Even though we are not in the front line to save people, not to have a harm to anyone, but actually this is a very important a guideline that we can show ourselves to the students, especially yeah, it's a model, role model for the students as well. Okay, so yeah, this is the why I think that work ethics is very important for the educator.
Okay.
Uh, as you are Dr. Lo, you have been teaching for many years.
Yep, yep.
So, in your field of work, what do you think are the five most important work ethics, and what's your opinion about each ethics?
Yeah, I involved in teachings for I think this year mark into the 10 years. So I have been meet a lot of people, a lot of students, and different kind of colleagues, different kind of CEO, different kind of the leader. So and I can conclude that there are a lot of ethics that we have to follow. I think it's more than five, but I can conclude that they're actually the five most important that the lecturer should have, the educator should have, in the sense that facing the students, in the sense that facing the top management, and also the leader as well. So the first one that I will go to is actually honesty and integrity. Okay, the second one will be respect. Third one will be patience. The fourth one will be fairness, and the last one will be responsibility. So these five for me is quite important. Okay, if let's say without them, there are a lot of things that we cannot do, and we will cross the border very easily. Yeah.
Dr. Low,
Yes.
as you have mentioned just now, the first point is which is honesty and integrity, right? How would you do you have any issue regarding this issue, this honesty and integrity in your workplace? Can
Okay.
you share with us?
Before I share with you what is going on happens in my workplace, I will just explain to you why honesty and integrity can is important and what happens if let's say we don't have it. Okay, at first assessments. Okay, assessments we including, we have a lot of different kind of assessments, projects, quizzes. Okay, and then final exam. If let's say we are not honest, meaning here let's say we are giving it to the students to question. We leak the student question to the students. We lost the integrity. So we lost the integrity, and it will just make that our we didn't assess the student properly. So the student might easily get to the. They will think that they have that quality, but unfortunately that it is not, and it will lead to very bad example to plagiarism. Students will say, "Hey, oh, my lecturer is doing that way." So yeah, I'm copying is nothing wrong. So that is one of the things that we should have. So integrity also will be across the department. Meaning, will apply into department as well, especially for the lecturer. I trust the lecturer. Yes, they are trust the lecturer, and I didn't what we call I didn't ask them much what they are teaching. I didn't go and monitor them what they are doing, because that is the integrity between the colleagues and also the lecturer. So, and because of that, we have set a very good role to the students. So students will feel that the lecturer is also very honest, very integrity. So they are not that tend to copy the work from from the other peer. So that is also actually that is a very very crucial, and especially another thing is when we set the exam questions, if let's say we don't have integrity, we just copy from elsewhere and let the student do it. That's it. We've done our work. So it actually will lead to the plagiarisms. So this is something that we are very very concerned. So student must be honest, and we must be integrate to the students as well. If let's say we don't have that, the student will not trust the lecturer, and it will not be carried on as uh, along the way when we learn, the student will not trust it. So what actually happens in this in my department that we have honesty and integrity problem. The first thing is actually, yeah, we have, I think I have an issue before, not here, that the lecturer put the wrong videos into the Moodle for student to go through. And this video is a very high sensitivity video. So because of integrity, we trust. We don't go and check one by one. And luckily that the student alert us that about this thing. So that is the issue. We trust the lecturer too much already, and we are letting them to do their work, and somehow they have crossed the borderline. So yeah, but luckily the things is the student alarmed the lecturer, and immediately we delete everything and we just apologize to the students. I think this is the thing that we can do. And then I also have another experience. In these 2 years, we have a lot of online learning. So especially the assessment also is online, and we are tend to getting when we do assessment, students will tend to get the result, answer from the peer, and just copy and just send submit. So so how do we resolve the issue? Actually the lecturer know, because especially uh, if you are correct, then it's fine. When it's wrong, then everything, you will have the wrong step. So no students will do the same mistake. No students will do the similar mistake for a few for few times. So this is how we know that whether they have a copying from each other. So, and then plagiarisms, especially in assessment assignment, that's why we're using a Turnitin. So you might don't like Turnitin, but this is all the one way that we have to prevent plagiarisms. So this is how actually we are trying to minimize the honesty and integrity problem among the colleagues, among the students, and we are sending out a signal to the students that we are serious, and we are actually lecturers, and we are actually concerned about your assessment. And be honest to your results, be honest to yourself. You can do, do. You cannot do, then you have to be honest. This is nothing that we can hide from. Okay? Yeah, so this is something that we will, yeah, I share with you.
Dr. Lo, well, you have been teaching. Of course, when students have problem, they will always find the lecturer for help. That's a thing the student will do. But what's the line between giving help when student needs it before exam and giving out answer or straight up tips for the exam?
Oh, this is cannot be. So normally, as lecturers, we will, because okay, I think just to be fair lah, okay, when we set the assessment, it's actually we set according to your learning outcome. So actually, for the knowledge-based subject like physics, mathematics, we have to do integrations. That is integrations already. So you just need to know the technique. So when we coach you again along the way, we will try to using other type of, I mean, is other questions that will be leading you to the learning outcome. So we are trying not to leak any type of a question to you all. So so whatever we teach you is actually we are only based on the learning outcome. A lot of students may just I want to know, sir, I want to know the question, but what we can let you know is the learning outcome. So when we say that if for this max paper you need to know integrations for the sine x, for the cos x, yeah, you have to do that. So you just need to do it again and again. So for physics, let's say we want you to know Newton's first law. Yeah, you just need to do the Newton first law. And especially for foundations subjects, we don't go for very high level of the questions. So we have a Bloom taxonomy to follow. So we are not go beyond that. So normally we are just apply. So it will not be tough like we are testing your IQ. So this is something that we are trying to avoid when we do coaching, especially before the exam. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So regarding to the second work ethic that have you mentioned, which is what's the second work ethic again?
It's actually respect. Yeah, respect.
Okay. Do you have any issue regarding respect?
Okay. Again, just like just now, before we go for issues, I just want to share with you, what is actually respect. Why need a respect in the workplace? The thing is, yeah. I always encourage students to voice out their opinion. If let's say we don't respect the opinions from the students, we will silence them. It's actually a very very bad example. I always encourage students to respect opinion, respect the voice from you, from your peer, because if you don't respect them, you will just get in a lot of quarreling, a lot of I mean, it will lead to the first more I mean the what we call the characters again, which you don't believe them already, because you don't respect me. How can I trust you? So just like just now, when I talked about the colleagues where I have integrity, and yes, that's why I have integrity between the colleagues, because I trust them, I respect them. So, but somehow over respect is actually is a bad example. So that's the issue that I have right now. So because you over respect them, they might take over your positions, and they are love to take advantage on you, and will make decision on behalf of you, which is a kind of what we call not their so right. So I will cut a line between, even for colleagues, for peer, for students, I will cut the line between them. You still have, I will respect you. Let's say you want to request something, I will respect you, can request, I can help you to voice up to the top management, but again, you have to accept whatever decision that we have made. Okay, so just like I give you an example. Recently, I have a request from the students that they want to extend their study week to even longer. But unfortunately, that I respect the supervisor. I respect them. You can voice it up. Yes, you have a right to voice it up. So I convey the message to the top management, to the dean, to the CEO, to the registrar, and the registrar just say that the term date is already fixed. Why we have to change it? So I relay back the message to the students, say that yes, your voice is being heard, was being heard, but unfortunately that you have to respect our decision as well. That is a no. So you have to work hard for your final exam. So this is something that we are the issue that we have. So they will overtake your I mean they overtake your positions. So this is something that is actually quite a bad one. So normally I will try to cut a line between them. Okay, cut a line between them, and then I also can share with you. So I respect my peer, I respect my colleagues. Then how about my bosses? Okay, yeah, my bosses also quite respect us, where you have the right to voice it out. They will listen to your opinion, but they also will have the way that I have done. They will cut a line between them. So you can voice it out. You can say that. Okay, you can talk about your own idea, but whether we want to accept that is still bound to their decisions, bound to the benefit of the college, and also bound to the I mean the decisions of the top management. I mean, what is the benefit of the college as well? This is something that must come first. Okay, this is something that must come first. So yeah, basically this is the respect that I can share with you, which I impose a lot, between the students, between my colleagues, and then between the my superior as well. So I myself had to face three sides of the people. Okay, so which is sometimes quite tiring. So that's why certain subordinate, they don't understand. They will say, yeah, you see the bosses. Yeah, you see, she don't accept my idea. So somehow it's not that we don't accept. We already have to voice out. So, but this, whether they want to approve is up to the top management. Okay, sometimes we have to follow the rules and bound to the borderlines. Okay, so yep.
So, Dr. Low, as a fellow lecturer, of course, there's times where students do not show respect to a lecturer.
Yeah.
Um,
Very often, very often.
how would you make the students show respect, or maybe how do you solve the problem as a
Okay,
lecturer?
I can share with you. It's not a bias. Okay, it's not a bias. So I have especially the experience I have for over the 10 years is the students come from the international school. Okay, they are more to well, I won't say that don't respect. They actually more is more to they treat you as a friend. Okay, and then they tend to easily cross the line. But for me, I wish to have that line that wish you all don't cross it. Okay, so it's not bias. It's not bias. I know them. I know them. That's why I have experience with them. So I will make friends with them. Yes, I will make friends with them, and slowly I will tell them that there's some lines that you have to be aware. There's some line that you have to be not crossing, and I won't nag them in front of students, in front of other peers. They might think that they are friends with you. Okay, they are friends with you, they can do this, they can talk about this, they can but then I will tell them in front of their peers that, hey, come on, okay, I'm a lecturer, you are students, even though I can be your friend, but there's some line that you have to follow. And over the year I have got along with those intern students very well. They are the one that will come back and talk about their careers with me, and even in on the social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, and yeah, Twitter and LinkedIn, and someone is on Twitter. They will message me and say, "Hi, sir, I am now at where and doing work, and now I'm at where continue my study." And yeah, this is something that I have earned from them. I earned the respect from them. And after, actually, to be honest, after you all graduate, I don't treat you as a student anymore. You are my friend. Now you can cross the borderline. Okay, but for when you are in that course, you're in that subject, yeah, I will mark the line very clearly, because we have no choice. I'm a lecturer, you are the students. But after you graduate, after you no longer to be under my supervisions, yep, I will take up the border. That's it. Yeah, you can talk to me anytime you want, and then I would love to hear that, and I also want to listen to your success story. So over the year, this is a group of students that earn my respect, even though they disrespect me at the beginning, but I earn back the respect at the end of the day. So yeah, but not to be biased. They brought up in a different way, which I was quite interesting lah. I'm coming from a very traditional Chinese school, so we already being cut the line very clear already, even though we have graduated. The lecturer also cut the line, even though they have graduated. Hey, don't come and bug me, okay? respect me, okay? But anyway, I leave the line after you all leave my classroom, and you continue your journey. I already leave the line. So that's why I encourage you all to connect with me through all the social media, okay? All the students as well, okay?
Okay. So you have mentioned that integrity plays a very important part in building respect with your colleagues. Like, what other aspect that could help to improve the respect between the colleague?
Well, respect between the colleague is very challenging. To be honest, it's very, very challenging. What I'm talking about respect is among the students is easier, and also among the bosses also is easier. Among the bosses, normally we just whatever decision you have made, I trust you, and you just have to bear with the decision. That's it. So so far so good. So I still but the respect among the colleagues is the most challenging one, especially when you are having the same background, same what we call same background, and you are in the same department. There must be some competition between the colleagues, because some colleagues will think that you are, I mean, you are doing better than them, you are having more bonuses than them, you are having more increment than them. Yeah, this respect is very, very hard to earn. So far, I in the in during in my first 5 years, in when I was in district college, the integrity that I have and the honest that I have, and also the respect that I have, I earn all the respect from among during that time. So every lecturers are actually respect each other and willing to help each other. Once you earn the respect, they are willing to help. Okay. So when I come to KDU, because I was the bosses, I become their bosses before. So it will be very difficult. And when I give up and become the normal lecturers, it also will be a very tough journey for me to earn their respect. But so far, when I come to the last few years, I have the respect from them, and I have the trust from them, and then yeah, I will, and we are doing quite well along the line lah. So it's quite difficult, because when you are at a certain level and you come down again, so they are, because a lot of decisions that you made that time may not make them happy. Okay, so when you make them not happy, they won't respect you already. But somehow, as I said, we are facing three sides. So facing the bosses is I say it's easier, but the it's because we just need to follow the order. So some colleagues may not understand that you have to fight, you have to fight, you have to say this, have to no. Sometimes they should have been made, so we cannot say anything anymore. So just like I in my new workplace as well, I have, even though I have been asked to follow the order from the dean, but to be honest, I have a lot of voices from the CEO as well. But fortunately that, as I say, I respect them. I have issue, I raise to you. You give me the solutions, then I will just follow. Then I just feedback to the students, feedback to the lecturer, and we all have to accept that. So far in my new workplace, even though I'm their boss, but anyway we are still respect each other. So we are very close to each other, because this is a very small department, and then we also trust the boss. The big boss is actually making the correct decisions. We just have to follow. So nothing we can do. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that sounds like a very complicated relationship.
No, it's actually when you come to workplace, you have to see that which direction that you are facing. So, main for lecturers, we have to face the students. Okay, face students, I will say it's the easiest. Okay, because you have a very simple mindset. You are here to learn. Okay, you pay the money, you teach me, you don't missing, you mark my exam paper, you fail, you tell me why I fail. If I say I pass, okay, then I'm happy. I want to get A, you give me A. But then I will tell you, if not up to the standard, then you cannot get the A. So for the bosses, what they want is actually number, money. Okay, no money, how can we survive? Okay, they cannot give you the salary, so they cannot give a salary, then they will get in trouble. Okay, so then colleagues, yes, colleagues is the one that under you that need to conduct the lecture properly. So if let's say they didn't conduct the lecture properly, you will be getting huge trouble. So over the year, I've been in these positions. I tried for KDU, and to be honest, I failed for that 8 months. So that's why I become a normal lecturer. But in this new workplace, I feel the trust and the respect more from the subordinate. So I believe I can carry on for a while lah. Okay, and then we are in a very small department, so far so good, so far so good. Yeah. So this is work ethic that is around us. So you must have a you must have a positive what we call positive
Relationship.
mindset. Yeah, mindset and relationship. So I can share with you another example this morning. Yesterday night, yes, okay, you know IMU and RUMC actually both also offer a medical degree. So
Yeah.
they IMU now organize competitions. So they invite me. They ask my foundation science students to join. So integrity, what should you do? Because both actually have a same program. So integrity, we have to ask the top management, right? We respect the top management. So I'm asking you, ask the dean. I even the dean say, hey, I have invitations. We are competitors. So what should I do? Should I ask the student to join, or we can just walk away? So the dean asked me, hey, what the more detail. So they voice out to the top management. The top management say, yes, please go ahead. This is the respect I earn. So I respect the dean. The dean also respect the decision that I want to make. I want to make the student to join the participate in the competition. They balance up the weightage. They're weighting up the pro and con between them. Whether the student will run away to the IMU, we have no idea. But somehow they have weight on the because maybe RCSI or RMC will have a better degree, so they don't worry about that. So they allow students to join. So this is something that I have imposed and apply in my daily work task. That every decision that I make, I will, even though the dean say that I will not do any micromanagement, but I respect him. Anything that is they have a contra of interest, okay, I will get your decisions so that we won't get in trouble. Yep. So this is the respect. Okay.
Okay.
Well, of course, respect is a very important thing.
Mhm.
Well, another work ethic that you said was responsibility.
Yes.
Do you think you have any issue regarding responsibility in your workplace?
Yeah, responsibility is very important, especially in among colleagues first. Okay, let's talk about colleagues. So if let's say I ask my colleagues, hey, can you prepare something for me? If let's say he or she is not responsible, he will just put on the table for months and never carry on. And then if let's say the lecturer is not responsible, they won't teach well. So that's why responsible is very important in the in academic. If let's say we're not responsible, we have a message, we don't care, we just delete, mark as read, and that's it, fine. Okay, we won't care, we won't respond. So that is what we impose. So once we are responsible, we have the correct mindset that we will bring to the students. So the student also responsible for their own things. I ask you to complete your assignment, you have to complete. I ask you to do this, you have to do this. Okay. So yeah, this is something that I have. So I can share with you some issue that I have faced right now. Not to say right now lah. Along the so many years, students very lazy to do exercise. Meaning here, let's say we ask them to do exercise, they will first ask you, sir, is it counted lah? Is it counted in the coursework lah? Is it part of the coursework? I said no. Exercise is for our own benefit. And what they do? Some will carry on, some will just put it aside. So when they put aside one, I will know. I will know who, I will know how many times that he didn't do that work. After I know this, then I will look at the assessment. If they do well, fine, I will close my eye. Since you are the smart student, maybe exercise, you don't need that, you know what to do. If, let's say, you are not doing well, you will get a full lecture from me. Because why? Exercise is something that we will assess you already. Just we change the question a little bit, we change the way to assess you a little bit. So if you don't practice it, how can you improve? And when you don't get a good result, then you come and blame the lecturer. So this is a responsibility that all the student must have. When they give exercise, I know it's exercise, but don't be lazy. So you have to be responsible for your own. So once you didn't do well, you don't blame me. Okay, I will be very cruel when I mark your paper. I will be very strict. So you don't blame me that I give you low mark. It's you. It's you that who make your marks lower. So I didn't do anything. Okay. So but I already prepare you for the exercise. I told you this is exercise. You have to do. You have to work. So far, because our MC in foundation in science is actually have a very high entry requirement. Okay, you don't believe that they need about 3 A's and 2 B's. Okay, at least. So for the normal foundation in science is 3 credits. So but we have a higher standard. So the student is actually quite smart already. So I I think 2 or 3 students is working like this, and one of it, yep, he can sail through, no problem. He can do well. And those who are not doing the exercise, they have a taste right now. So now what they do, they'll be more responsible already. Yep. So it's like that. You never try, you never know. I let you try once, then you will you will know that, and you won't repeat again. So that is something that I teach. How do you become a responsible students, and I trust the lecturer, hope that they are responsible. And so far, this responsible ethics has been with a lot of lecturers. All among the colleagues that I met, I mean, they are also very responsible. So far, when we become an educator, this kind of work ethic is with us for a long time. Okay.
Sir, now you are teaching in RCSI, right?
Ah,
And you have joined RCSI during the pandemic, right?
yeah. Interesting, huh?
Since yeah, since all the lectures are conducted online,
Ah.
does your responsibility remain the same as in KDU or in distance? Yeah, what's the difference between your responsibility between virtually and physically?
Okay.
Is it really the same?
It's almost the same lah. We are still very attended to email, and then so far I have no issue to work online. I have no issue. So far we are contacting the colleagues among the colleagues by using WhatsApp. So all the among them they are responsive, quite okay, not an issue. So far so good lah. So far so good. And then interestingly, it's actually when I got my job during pandemic. Okay, I got a new job during pandemic. This is something that is very interesting. So I never thought about that. Okay, I really never thought about that. So but I when I joined RMC is the MCO 1.0. 2.0. Yeah, MCO 2.0. Yeah, so it's during MCO 2.0. So I I joined the company from home. Okay, so and the good thing is because I have already leave a good legacy in all the places, because education is actually very small what we call small industry, especially in Penang. In Penang we only have a few of colleges, so I really leave a very good legacy in all my workplace. So and I think the HR already have my reputation known, so that's why they trust me, so they didn't really ask me to join them through, I mean physically, but I joined them virtually. So I only returned to the campus 2 weeks later. And yep, the dean and the CEO, they trust me, so they didn't really what we call care. I'm not to say care lah. They don't really know that okay, you have to report this, report that. No, but so far so good. So and then I met my colleagues actually 2 weeks later, face to face. Make them after that the MCO 2.0 leave a while. Then I only met them. So yeah, so far so good. So I earn the respect from them as along the way. I make a lot of decisions that I earn a lot of respect from them. It's not that easy. It's really not that easy. So when you all go out to work one day, you will know that you will have to wait to find a way to earn the respect among the colleague. Once you have the respect, you will be very easy to work on, carry on with them already. So the first thing that you must have is actually responsibility. After you have responsibility, then you must honest to them. So can do, cannot do, cannot do, then we sit down do together. Then after that, you will have a respect from them. So that's why I list down these 5 important characters. Okay.
As a follow-up question,
Yeah.
do you feel like you're more responsible towards a student's grade, as physical lecture is not possible at this moment? As I feel personally, physical lecture tends to allow students to learn better than online studies?
Okay. If let's say we do online, like last year, there's a group that like you all experience it, right? It's a middle. I
Yeah, the
think
first batch.
the first batch. Yeah, you are the first batch at the half. Actually, you are about to finish your semester. You are halfway to finish the semester. If let's say you didn't try online before, I will give you all the benefit of doubt. Meaning here, the assessment will be easier a little bit. Okay, so this is what I call my fourth ethics, which is fairness. So I will give you some fair place over here because you didn't know what is online learning before. So I will give you uh, the assessment will be easier. And then if let's say you have something that not like okay, like if let's say you have a problem to submit your assignment, it's okay. You over the time, it's okay. You send to me my email, we accept that. So but now we are now in a new norm. We have been experienced it already. So we'll be strict a little bit. Okay, we'll be strict a little bit. So when we are doing virtually, we are actually now more concerned about the grades already. We want to separate them, okay, more fairly, so that we won't have something that like last year where we only pass and then majority of students who are score quite a higher grades. So, but now we are more concerned about that, and we will fail students, and then because we are already now in the new norm, okay, everyone have gone through before already.
Hmm.
Okay. Speaking about fairness, right?
Mhm.
Do you have any other issues regarding the fairness in your workplace?
Fairness is yeah, marking. Yeah, marking is the one that is we talk about fairness. Uh, we when we set questions is this is something that we are okay. We because why I raise up the word fairness because lecturers tend to have one thing, bias and favorism, and unfortunately that this one is really implied in higher level. In higher levels, when boss asks you to do something, if let's say you can respond fast or you can do it better, oh, okay, you have a good favorism. Yeah, this is something that is quite common. I'm not telling you that something that is bad, but this is something very common in the workplace. Very very common. So when I think about the work ethic, I brought this fairness coming in because of I want the students to have, or I always want the student to have one thing that I didn't have any favoritism in any students. No matter you are good, no matter you are average, no matter you are poor, you are my students. You are poor, no worries, I can help you to improve. You are good, you don't need my help, go ahead. So I won't say, oh, you are good, I want to train you to become better. And you are poor, I give up on you. I give up on you and you just go away. Now, this is something that I can share with you. A levels. I mean, you all doing foundation in science, okay? Not that so cruel, because A levels, if let's say you are not getting any grades, let's say you got a U for all subjects, meaning here you are wasting your father's money, you are wasting your mother's money. You didn't have any grade. You are not able to go to any university. You are just like an SPM graduates. So I see these things for many many years, and I dislike it. So when I dislike it, what should I do? So what I will coach, I will always go to the class, observe. After the first assessment, after the second assessment, I will see which students really need my help, and I will go approach them. I say, hey, be honest with yourself. Honest come in. Your grade is not good. Your physics is not good. Okay? So can I have a talk with you? I only want to do one thing. I want you to have one goal. Pass. Get a D or get a E. Then sir, why so low grades? Yeah, you get an E, you got three E's, you can go to any university in the world already. Okay? You can get the courses like business management, you can get the courses like I mean those non-professional courses easily in any place. Okay? So you can continue in a degree. Okay, you are not wasting your money here. And when I teach the A levels, I only have one target. I want to have zero ungraded. I don't care how many A's that I have. I don't care how many A's the student I have. I told my students very frankly. Okay, there was a year I got 40 students. I got 20 over getting A's for physics. But I say I'm not happy because I have one ungraded. Okay, I'm not happy I one ungraded. Then the ungraded students, I talked to him and he said, sir, I know. I want to redo again. Yep, luckily after he redo, he got a, I think D or E. Then he got 3 subjects D or E, then continue in degree. So this is something that I want to brought up to the students that when we talk about fairness, it's actually uh, it's a quite difficult lah. Okay, the world is not fair. So, but for the assessment, we are trying to be fair. So for foundation in science, when I teach foundation in science, I also will impose that. I will be fair to you all. So no matter or you can okay, you are the good students, okay, I want to take care more of you, no. Okay? Even though you are not, you are the poor students, yep, come. I will give you some extra class. I give you some extra work. Okay. If you can do, I will mark. I told them you can do, I will mark. Okay? So same like now. I also will mark everyone exercise. Okay, the math exercise one by one, give them comments. Okay, within a week I respond back already. So this is the fairness that I want to impose to every student. I don't want them to feel that I am a very biased lecturer. No, I don't want to be like that. Any one of you, come and see me, approach me. No matter what kind of question do you ask, yes, you need help. So I will help you. So this is the fairness that I apply. Okay. So for fairness among the colleagues, I will say lesser, but this fairness is more to the student side. It's more to student side. Okay, because colleagues I normally we just work only, so there's no fairness or something like that. Even for the we have appraisal. If you achieve, you just get the marks. I don't say you don't achieve, I give you extra mark. No such thing, because we need evidence. Okay, we know that we are lecturer. We know we need evidence. So far fairness is nothing, not so important among the colleagues, but it's more important among the students. Okay.
So in terms of fairness, does the number of people affect in terms of fairness?
What kind of number of people that you?
So as you mentioned just now, you say that you have a small group of lecturers.
Yeah.
Yes, but does that
Okay.
affect the fairness?
So if let's say I have a huge amount, I mean like I have a 30 colleagues or 40 colleagues, right? Normally I will look at the appraisal. Meaning here, uh, at the beginning of the year, we have to set the KPI. Okay? So the KPI have to be fair. This is something that, but normally the KPI have to work together. I won't ask one lecturer to complete one unique KPI. So my KPI is normally will be complete by 3 or 4 lecturers. So meaning here, if let's say I have a few KPIs, so majority will involve. So once you involve and you achieve, you get the marks already. Okay, so your appraisal will be good. That's it. So nothing to hide. So and then I will when because lecturers, some lecturers are very calculative. You may not face before. I have experience with not my subordinate but other colleges, other department one. They can go and calculate the teaching hour for each lecturers. Okay, yeah, they will go and calculate the lecturer for the teaching hour for each lecturer, and they will voice up, hey, how come this lecturer teach less? How come this lecturer teach more? So to avoid this, normally I will have my own set of calculations. If if let's say they are not feel that not fair, come, never mind, you can come to my room. I show you. This is the workload now and future as well. Because I normally when I become the head of department, I will not only predict now. I will record future as well. Meaning here in future, this lecturer may teach something that new, which you don't see it now, but I can let you know. So meaning here accumulatively for that over the year, he or she will have the same time teaching hour like you. So no one will be overloaded. So this is something that we are. This is what I impose among the fairness. If let's say I have a very big, huge number of subordinate.
Okay. So regarding of the grading, right?
Yep.
What is your opinion on lecturer giving a low mark even though the student has worked very hard?
Oh, this is very good questions. Very good questions. Okay. Uh, this is how we design our marking rubric. So, and when I design marking rubric, especially for for physics, for maths, sciences subject, for biology, for chemistry, you cannot hide. Once is correct, wrong is wrong. There's no hard working behind that. Okay? But when it comes to soft skill subjects, critical thinking, study skills, your ethics and moral. So when I set my marking rubric, I will go for a more balanced one. 50% will be more to knowledge, 50% will more to your hard work. So if let's say I can see your hard work, you will get more in your what we call in your the other side of the marking rubric. So if let's say your hard work turn into the good knowledge, good assignment, so you get a good grade. So normally, if let's say you are hard work but you are not doing that well, you still get the marks, 50%. Okay, so you won't be like left behind because soft skill subject we only want to see that you develop the skill. So we are not assessing your knowledge. But for sciences subject, for mathematics subject, I'm sorry to say, there's no marking that is for hard work. So you still have to work very hard to get the good grades. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we're moving to the last one,
Okay.
which is patient, as you said.
Yep.
Do you think is there any issue regarding patience in your
Oh,
workplace?
yeah, you can very easy to lose tempo. Okay, okay. If let's say you don't be you have no patience, you can very easily lose tempo. Because why? Because number one, that's why I say I respect. So I respect your voice. I respect your opinion. I respect your questions. Okay. If I don't respect, then I will lose the patience already. Because I will shout at you. I will say, why you ask the stupid questions? Okay. So I will lose the patience already. So all this come all together. So if let's say we don't have patience in the class, we will just silence all your opinion. And then yeah, you just hey, why you ask these kind of questions? Sit down, stupid. Okay, I have such a lecturer before. Okay, which always says students are stupid. Why you ask stupid questions? Yeah, your teaching will be very easy. No one will ask questions already. You just carry on for the 45 for the 2 hours. No one will ask any questions. But this is not right because we are from a different background. Everyone has their own grow up, okay, brought up differently. If let's say we are not patient, we may not know what is their problems, and we won't respect them. Okay, so that's why my teaching pace is always different. Just as I said before, I must step into class to identify who is good, who is poor, who is average, so that I can offer my help, and because of that, I have patience with them. So I can share with you, I nearly lost a patient before in a discussion, not in class. So a student come and see me. I still remember him. So I've been telling him that this method already. He keep on saying no. I want to use this method. I say no. This method cannot carry on. I say you must use this method. Then he insists I must use this method. So my voice is getting louder and louder and louder. So around us, around my time just now, around me, a lot of colleagues say, "Hey, you are now about to lose temper." I say, "No, no, 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 I'm not losing temper. I try to bring him back because he's a bit stubborn." Okay, and I'm very very afraid to meet with a very stubborn students because they are not able to open up and see the things more clearly. Okay, so I have to be very patient. So what I do is normally, okay, after one round already, he can I say second round, can I say never mind, we can go to other question first. Okay, we can go to other question first, then we come back to this. So or you go to wash up your face first. I will go to my workplace again. I sit down, reply some email, then I will see you another 5 minutes. So normally it work. So when we come back and continue the discussions again, yep, you will get I will get into the get some progress from there. So again, patience. Yeah, among the colleagues, we have to be very patient because when you ask the colleagues to do something, you have to wait them to complete. Okay, you don't go and bug them. A lot of a leader, they have a bit bad example is they like to see your progress. They normally see your progress, but for me, I will be different a little bit. I want to see the result. Okay, no matter how you do in between, I have to be patient. I have to trust you. I have to respect you. Okay? So and then you just carry on with your work and then give me the result. If let's say you cannot meet the timeline, you have to be honest to tell me. Okay? Then I will be very patient to tell you again, what should you do? So far no issue, because I have a few admins which worked with me before, which means that you know, and now I have a new admin as well. So they work under me before, they know my style. I will not go and bug them. I will tell you what to do. You just do it. Cannot do, let me know. Okay, I won't say hi like that you also don't know okay, why you are so like that. No, I will not say that. You don't know meaning you really don't know. If let's say you never do it before, then this really you don't know, then we have to work out together. So normally I can be very patient. So far I've been very patient, and then I accept mistake, because I have very patience, and then I can accept your mistake. If let's say you did wrong, never mind. I love that you did mistake, because if let's say you didn't do a mistake, meaning you never do new thing. This is my trust. Okay, this is my trust that if you never do a mistake, meaning here you never start the new thing before. So normally, that's why I have to be very patient, because along the way you also will do some mistake. Never mind, have mistake, we do it again, then we improve, then you will learn. This is somehow this is my work, one of the work ethic that I have.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Low.
Yep.
You have worked with a lot of colleagues and employers in your time, right?
Yep. Three. This is the third one. Interesting. This is the third one.
Yes, and how do you deal with those who are hot-tempered?
Hot temper.
Yeah, I mean,
Walk
not
away.
patient.
Walk away. I have one before. Not this one. Not the my first job. My direct superior is quite a hot temper, so I walk away. And they and then they classify me as and she classified me as a no manner. Okay, I don't have no manner, but I want to avoid any quarreling, because once you lost your temper, all the words come from your mouth, it's not good already. So I want to maintain my image, and I want to maintain the good integrity. So I choose to walk away. So, yeah, I choose to walk away. Normally, I will walk away. So far, I only walk away in the one meeting only, which is with the first boss, with my first boss. So she's quite a hot temper person. Okay, but anyway, this is how I deal with them. No choice. You have to walk away. So normally I'll say, okay, now what I say is now both of us are very very. You have your own argument. I have my own argument. So let us walk away. So that's why when I teach, if let's say I found that my voice is getting louder and louder, I will tell the class, come on, let me stop for a while, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, let's take a break. We will walk away and come back. We deal with that again. Okay, it's not no manners. This is manner. This is manner, because if you don't walk away, we won't know what will happen next already, because temper will just up already. Yeah, we won't know what will happen, because you have your own argument. I have my own argument, and yeah, you won't accept my point. I won't accept your point. So let us walk away first, okay, and we come back and solve it. And the sad thing is about my first boss is actually, we didn't come back and sit down and set it, talk about it again. I was waiting for that. So but she chose to walk away, and walk away forever already. Okay, so I have no choice. And then yeah, so and yeah, the last few years that in my first job is actually quite not a happy one, but with the boss but with all the colleagues is very very well. We are very very good. Okay, so but the previous with a KDU one is actually everyone is working very well, including my boss. Okay, so with before that is Miss Heng, and after that Dr. Ong. I mean, I work very well with them. Okay, and which I'm quite happy. So in my new workplace here, I also work very well with my new bosses. Okay, so on paper I have one boss, but you know that now sometimes some people like micromanagement, so you have multiple bosses. Okay, okay.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Of course, all five work ethics. Um, I'll just like to thank you for spending your
Yep.
time here with us. You share quite a lot of knowledge, and once again, thank you for coming. And I'd like to say, what was I say? Thank you for your information.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, thank you,
So,
Ethan, for sharing
okay,
your thoughts.
yeah, sure, no problem.